Because I'm
Jorge,
right now.
If you got the opportunity, put these things up.
No.
Fuck no.
Yo, man, come on, man.
All right.
Next one.
That's it. That's the show.
Nope.
That's good. Fuck it.
No.
Yeah.
This is no.
Next one.
Star Wars has ended that. Y'all don't look. Star Wars fans don't even like Star Wars. I don't even know why y'all arguing that shit,
bro.
There you go.
Nope. Star Wars still on top.
Star Wars for the win.
I didn't even watch it yet, and it's a yes. Whoa.
He's
Andre.
He played.
There we go.
Andre's fucking with y'all.
I did not think the first film was a snooze fest at all. Thank you, sir, Ralphie. Okay.
But he also didn't say it was the best sci-fi film of all time either.
The novels are said to have greatly influenced Star Wars, and the comparisons are obvious. But what Denis Villeneuve did with these films was nothing short of beautiful. They are a true, respectful representation of the source material, and I wish we saw more creators choose to do the same. Jake,
does that answer the fucking question, though?
Look, all right. I know where Jorge's going with this one because he put it in the chat that basically people are putting in the comparison. They're saying that George Lucas stole the original bylines of Dune to make Star Wars. Tatooine, Arrakis, prophetic character Luke Skywalker, prophetic character Paul Atreides.
Who executed better?
He did it better.
It always was the books as well are phenomenal. Okay.
So he maybe it's the best books of all time. A whole different.
Still hard to follow, but it was awesome nonetheless. We got a believer.
Yeah,
it was awesome. They're not answering the fucking question. The question is.
Oh damn! I watched the first one and was disappointed. The pacing and lack of explanation for various points, rituals, and practices in the movie made me feel lost. I watched it on a flight back from overseas and was just like, that was it? It left me with so many questions. It was confusing and added too many details without explanation. I'm sure people that read the book were excited. Good for them. And then Rob from New York says, well, that makes sense since the first one was only part one and was never meant to explain anything. If you watch part two, many of your questions are probably answered. This is the challenge of making a Dune movie. The books are so incredibly dense. Many people thought it was impossible to portray on film, but I think what we have been given are a recipe to the making of one of the best sci-fi franchises ever made.
And here's the key word, facts. Recipe. He didn't say that
recipe.
Recipe.
He's saying that they continue to shit.
I can have a recipe to some motherfucking to some baked macaroni.
Sofrito.
If anyone has watched Jodorowsky's Dune on Mac, you'll see how this movie pretty much fed other sci-fi movies. Just amazing. You can find Jodorowsky's Dune streaming on Max. Now that's the one from the 80s.
That's the one.
That's the one with Sting as Fade Rotha. That's the one with Paul Atreides as Kyle MacLachlan. That's the one with Sean Young as Chani. That's the one with Virginia Madsen as Princess Overline. And to be honest, it definitely encapsulates like an 80s sci-fi movie. If you didn't like the first movie, you won't like this one either. It's a fucking masterpiece, though. Best sci-fi movie ever. Look at these people.
Here they come. Here they
come. Lord, they are rounding up the rear. No, why is there even a comparison?
Talk about it.
Let it live on its own as it is. It's worthy of praise, but not to our pressure for such lofty labels. All of the sci-fi greats deserve their praises. This one has its own great moments of truth, and that's where it stands. He's still a believer.
Yeah,
he's still a believer.
He's in the great.
We're gonna ignore Star Wars, Star Trek,
Hello,
Fifth Element, Blade Runner, and more. No, it's a great movie, but not even top 15.
Top 15?
And you put Fifth Element. He read
the real ones.
Fifth Element in front of this.
The real ones have entered the chat.
Talk about it.
Fifth Element. Silly question. It did that decades ago. Boom.
Here we go.
I'm not even gonna come in.
It needs one more movie. Whoa! If it does
pause.
It needs one more.
Are we talking about? Isn't the question in particular of this film?
Is it? Let's see. That cash grab is awful. Poorly cast and poorly executed. Hell, the second installment in this cash grab ends with Zendaya, a talentless hack, about to hop on a giant worm. Then they roll the credits. What a fine ending to superficial slop. Me, when I'm wrong, did a sandworm fuck your mom or something?
Oh my God!
You sound absolutely offended by these films.
Yo, this motherfucker came at the biracial princess Zendaya. That's because I'm
Jorge
right now.